Good morning to all. Once again, welcome you all to the current video lecture. As we know that from the some last video lectures, we are discussing the chapter number first, called as the aliphatic hydrocarbons. We already completed one subtopic from it, that's called as the alkanes. Now, from the last video lecture, we are started one new subtopic from the same chapter called as alkenes. At the end of the last video lecture, we stop at one important point that is called as the geometrical isomerism. We just studied the definition of it. After that, next to this point, we have to study now what are the different conditions for this type of geometrical isomerism. So we are interested in that. Before that, once again I repeat the definition for this geometrical isomerism. So what is mean by that? So due to the restricted or hindered rotation around the carbon-carbon double bond, one isomer is formed, and that isomer is called as the geometrical isomer, and that phenomena is called as the geometrical isomerism. Now, what are the different conditions for a molecule to show geometrical isomerism? So that we have to study now. So name of the today's point of discussion is conditions for geometrical isomerism. Conditions for geometrical isomerism. What are the different conditions that we have to study? For this purpose, I take some simple examples for our discussion. Some simple examples we have to take now. The first simple example is, if I take here CH3, single bond C, double bond C, single bond H is there, H is there, again single bond H is there. This is the first simple example. Again, I take the second simple example, CH3, single bond C, double bond C, H is there, again H, again H is there. Or I take here CH3. So just I replace that H by the CH3. So these are the two simple examples for our discussion. CH3, single bond C, single bond CH3, double bond C, single bond H, single bond H. Now, by observing these two simple examples, we have to study what are the conditions for this type of geometrical isomerism. So, the first important condition for the geometrical isomerism is that your compound must have, that condition number first is there, your compound must have carbon-carbon double bond. Your compound must have the presence of carbon double bond carbon, then and then only that compound may show geometrical type of isomerism. Now, if I look towards these two simple examples, in both these examples, what happens? Carbon double bond carbon is present. In this case, carbon double bond carbon is there. In this case also, carbon double bond carbon is there. Both these compounds, carbon double bond carbon is there. Now, according to this condition number first, we can say that due to the presence of carbon double bond carbon, these two compounds may show geometrical type of isomerism. So this is the first simple condition for the geometrical isomerism. Now, what is the second condition? Before that, if we check the nature of these two compounds, even though these two compounds have the presence of carbon-carbon double bond, but these two compounds cannot show the geometrical type of isomerism. Both these compounds cannot show the geometrical type of isomerism. So for this purpose, we have to take into consideration second important condition for it. Now, what is that second important condition? So the second important condition is that each olefinic carbon must have different atom or group. Each olefinic carbon must have different atom or group. So that is an important condition for the geometrical isomerism. Now, if we look towards these two examples, what happens? Both these compounds have the carbon-carbon double bond. This is the first olefinic carbon. This is the second olefinic carbon. So what happens? At the first carbon, one group is a CH3, second group is a H. At the second olefinic carbon, first atom is a hydrogen, second atom is a hydrogen. Now, if we apply this condition number second, then for this compound number first, what it indicates? No doubt at the olefinic carbon number first, two atoms or groups are different. One is a methyl, second is a hydrogen. So it obeys the second number condition. But the second number olefinic carbon, that one is a atom is a hydrogen, second atom is again hydrogen. So these second olefinic carbon cannot obey the condition number second, and that's why this compound cannot show geometrical type of isomerism. Now, if we look toward the second compound, what happens? Again, this compound has the two olefinic carbon number 1, olefinic carbon number 2. So what happens? At this olefinic carbon number 1, it has the two groups are attached. One is a methyl, second is again called as the methyl. For this second olefinic carbon, one atom is a hydrogen, again second atom is called as the hydrogen. So we can say that according to condition number second, each olefinic cannot have the different atoms or groups, and that's why again this compound cannot show the geometrical type of isomerism. So these are the two simple conditions for the geometrical isomerism, that your compound must have carbon-carbon double bond. At the same time, each olefinic carbon must have different atoms or groups attached to the particular carbon. So now we have to take into consideration the different general examples for this type of the geometrical isomerism. So for this purpose, I take the three different general examples of the alkenes or olefins. So first of all, if I take into consideration this type of arrangement, C double bond C, A atom is there, B atom is there, A atom, this is B atom is there. Second important condition is that if your compound has such a type of atoms or groups attached to the olefinic carbon as A single bond B, it is B single bond B. These are the second general example of these alkenes. And at the third stage, if I take such a type of example of this alkene, A is there, B, next atom is a D, and fourth atom is a E. Now we have to check whether these are three different conditions for olefins can show geometrical isomerism or not. So we take here, we consider one by one. If we look towards the general skeleton or general example for this olefins, what it indicates? It has the two olefinic carbon. Now if I apply both the conditions for this particular example, what is there? The first olefinic carbon has atom A and second atom is called as B. So both these atoms attached to this first olefinic carbons are different. At the same time, this compound have the carbon-carbon double bond. So this is the olefinic carbon number 1. If we look towards the olefinic carbon number 2, what it gives us an idea? To this second olefinic carbon, one atom attaches A, second atom attaches B. So at the last, we can say that both olefinic carbon have the different atoms or groups attached to it, and that's why this compound show the geometrical isomerism phenomena. It shows the geometrical isomerism. Now, if we look toward the second general example, it has again two olefinic carbon, carbon number 1, carbon number 2. To the first olefinic carbon, the first atom attaches A, second atom attaches B. Both are different. So first olefinic carbon obey the condition. Again, to this second olefinic carbon, one atom attaches B, again second atom attaches B. So we can say that this second olefinic carbon cannot have the different atoms attached to it, and that's why it cannot obey the condition number second, even though first olefinic carbon obey the condition. But overall, we can say that due to the two similar atoms attached to this olefinic carbon number 2, this compound cannot show the geometrical type of isomerism. And the last general example for this olefin is there. If your olefin has two different two olefinic carbon, carbon number 1, carbon number 2, to the carbon number 1, to the first olefinic carbon number 1, one atom attaches A, second atom attaches B, both atoms are different. To the second olefinic carbon, one atom attaches a D, second atom attaches a E, both atoms are different, and that's why what happens, this third number example of alkenes again show the geometrical isomerism. So this is a general skeleton for olefins. Out of these, this first and third number general structure can show the geometrical isomerism, while the second number general skeleton of these olefins cannot show the geometrical type of isomerism. So again, we have to remember these two important conditions, that your compound must have the carbon-carbon double bond. At the same time, each olefinic carbon must have the different atoms or groups attached to it. Then and then only that compound show the geometrical isomerism. Now at the last, we take some simple examples for clarification of this type of the geometrical isomerism. So for this purpose, I take the very simplest example. For that compounds, we have to write the complete name along with the proper name of the geometrical isomer. So first of all, I take here simple example as C double bond C, this chlorine is there, H, again chlorine is there, this is a H. So if I take now this simple example for our discussion, what is there? This compound have the carbon-carbon double bond. It has the two olefinic carbon, carbon number 1, carbon number 2. The first olefinic carbon have one chlorine, second olefinic carbon have again one chlorine. It has one hydrogen atom, it has again one hydrogen atom. So we can say that each olefinic carbon have the different atoms or groups attached to the particular olefinic carbon. Now if I look, or if I compare the relative position of the similar groups, what it indicates? The similar groups are present on the same side of the double bond, and that's why this compound is called as the cis 2. So it is a cis ethene or ethylene. Cis ethylene. This compound is called as cis ethylene is there. Now if I take the second example, C double bond C, sorry, this the name of this compound is a, no doubt it is a ethylene, but what is there? Two chlorine atom is there, so it is a cis 1,2. It is a cis 1,2 dichloro, cis 1,2 dichloroethene. It is a cis 1,2 dichloroethene is there. So this is the first name of the this first compound. Now if I take the second example as this is a C double bond C. If I take here, this is chlorine atom, this is H, this is H, and this is a chlorine. Now two olefinic carbon is there, carbon number 1, carbon number 2. To the first olefinic carbon, first chlorine is there. To second, again one chlorine atom is there. Again first have one hydrogen, again second one hydrogen is there. Now similar atoms are present on the opposite side of the double bond, and that's why the name of this compound is a trans 1,2 dichloro, trans 1,2 dichloroethene. It is a trans 1,2 dichloroethene is there. So these are the two simple examples of isomerism. One is called as a cis 1,2 dichloroethene, and second is called as the trans 1,2 dichloroethene. Now if I take the one more simple example of for discussion of this geometrical isomerism, if I take here CH3, C double bond C, this H is there, this is H, this is a CH2, CH3. Now this is the third simple example for geometrical isomerism. What is the name of this compound? It is a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this compound is a 2-butene. But if we give the complete name for this compound. So for this purpose, what you have to take into consideration, this 2 olefinic carbon is there. 1 olefinic carbon have the hydrogen. Second group attached is a methyl. Second olefinic carbon have 1 hydrogen atom, and second group is a ethyl. So the 2 similar atoms is there for this 2 olefinic carbon, 1 hydrogen and second hydrogen. So these 2 hydrogens are present on the opposite side of the double bond, and that's why the complete name of this compound is a trans 2 pentene. It is a trans 2 pentene. It is a complete name of this compound. So by observing these simple 3 examples for this geometrical isomerism, we can say that for geometrical isomerism, the compound must have carbon-carbon double bond. At the same time, each olefinic carbon must have the different atoms or groups. So with this, we complete these simple conditions for geometrical isomerism by considering different examples and different conditions. So the next remaining points from this subtopic we have to consider in our upcoming video lectures. So up to this, I stop here. Thank you so much.